The Indian government has officially announced that 3 new criminal laws slated to replace the age-old Indian Penal Code, Code of Criminal Procedure and Evidence Act will come into effect from July 1st. In a notification issued on Saturday, the government unveiled the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita and the Bharatiya Sakshya Act, signaling a significant shift in the country's legal framework. The overhaul aims to provide a clearer definition of terrorism, eliminate sedition as a crime, and introduce a groundbreaking section titled Offences Against the State. These legislative changes were initially introduced during the monsoon session of the Parliament in August of 2023. After the Standing Committee on Home Affairs made several recommendations, revised versions were presented during the winter session. Union Home Minister Amit Shah emphasized that the bills underwent meticulous drafting with extensive consultations and personal scrutiny. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita replaces the archaic Indian Penal Code of 1860. Noteworthy changes include the removal of sedition as a crime, replaced by a provision penalizing secessionism, separatism, rebellion, and acts against the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. The legislation introduced the death penalty for gang rape of minors and mob lynching. Additionally, community service has been introduced as a punishment for the first time. The Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita replaces the Code of Criminal Procedure or CRPC of 1973. It mandates time-bound investigations, trials and judgments, all to be completed within 30 days of the conclusion of arguments. A groundbreaking move includes the mandatory video recording of statements of sexual assault victims. The legislation also introduces a provision for the attachment of property and proceeds of crime. The Bharatiya Sakshya Act replaces the Indian Evidence Act of 1872. The legislation modernizes evidence production and admissibility in courts. Electronic or digital records including emails, server logs, computers, smartphones and locational evidence are now considered valid evidence. All records including case diaries, FIRs, charge sheets and judgments will undergo digitization. Electronic or digital records will carry the same legal weight as traditional paper records. In summary, these legislative changes mark a pivotal moment in India's legal history and the country's criminal justice system. The impact of these laws is expected to be far-reaching, with implications for both the prosecution and defense in criminal cases.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.